You know, sometimes I wonder, am I going too hard on EA a little bit? I have high standards for them. I think we all have high standards for them. And sometimes you worry if you're getting a little too carried away. Maybe you're being too critical. Then you see shit like this and you say, okay, maybe they just are this out of touch sometimes. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. And it's not just sometimes. It seems to happen quite often. But okay, we'll talk about that, obviously. A lot of miscellaneous news to talk about for FC25 today. We got some bad news, unfortunately, in some areas, too. There's actually an FC25 squad builder that we'll talk about, you can look at. So, some interesting stuff. But anyway, thanks for being here in September. And sorry for being late today. I do apologize for that. We should be slowly getting things back to smooth as they were before. This computer is fucking insane. It's so nice to have this one compared to my shitty laptop for recording videos and stuff like that. So, very excited for all that. We are now, what, 11 days? I think it's 11 days from the release of FC25. And then in turn, obviously 11 days from the 24-hour stream. So that's very exciting. Let's just talk about this now. Done with the self-promotion. You see shit like this and you're like, damn, are they actually are out of touch, aren't they? A message from the FC team, and FC, thank you. Redeem one of 5 90+ base icons on a 20-match loan. You know what? Thank you so much for this. Now, listen, obviously there's rewards out there for casuals that are going to be brand new to the game, say in the last couple weeks, right? You want to give rewards out for casual players too, obviously, right? You don't want to just give out rewards to hardcore players. Everything does not have to cater towards the hardcore player. I mean, I think we all can be well aware of that. However, this caters to fucking nobody. This caters to nobody. You open 18510, you'll get 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in that pack. That's better than any of these 90+ base icon loans that you can get. It'd be interesting if, like, hey, you can turn these loans into evos now as like some sort of new feature in September they added, right? Add a loan card and turn them into an evolution if you wanted to. None of that. I mean, this is just straight up, there is no use to this apart, unless there's one I'm like not thinking of. There is no use to this apart from, let's give out a gift. They told somebody to give them a gift, and the person whose job it was to give us this gift, hopefully it was one person and not multiple. If it was multiple, we're in fucking huge trouble. The one person gave us this because they just don't know what they're doing. Like, it's simple as that. Whoever gave this gift out just simply doesn't know what they're doing, unless there's something I'm forgetting. The casuals, it doesn't benefit the casuals at all. Like, the casuals will not use this card in any ways. And FC, thank you for just being in Ultimate Team now in September. It's like, thanks. I think about the gifts we could see. You could see a 99 rated evolution everything, right? You could just, you know, for free, play one game, you can get a full card with 99 everything, no matter what card it is. If it's a bronze card, give them to 99 everything, or if it's a 98 Mbappe, right? And when you think about this now, if you do really enjoy playing endgame FIFAs, this was not one of them for you. If you haven't been playing this game in a while, you wouldn't realize it. There's like a lot of inaccessible cards in September. Like, you can't buy them. They're extinct in the market. The best center back in the game, you can't buy. You've never been able to buy him, and you still can't buy him right now, which is crazy. I mean, where's the SBC for Van Dijk? Where's anything to allow us to get whatever cards we want to right now? You can't. He's not in packs. Van Dijk's not in packs. He's not in SBCs, not in anything, right? So I'm of the opinion, obviously, when we're 2 weeks before the next game, every card should be pretty much accessible. I don't give a shit. And I thought EA kind of agreed, and then we might see Van Dijk in like 4, 5, 6 days, but I mean, come on. We all know that that's ridiculous. You might say, why the hell are you showing me a Fabrizio Romano tweet? Well, Memphis Depay looks like he's going to Corinthians, which, of course, as we all know, the Brazilian league is not in the game, right? We did have a leak a while ago, though, saying, hey, here's the league list of FC25, right? There was a screenshot right here that we saw that we were like, okay, this might not be legit, because there was 0 new leagues. We were wondering, okay, is that right? We kind of not disregarded it because it was on EA's website, but we thought it was probably a mistake because there was no new women's leagues either, and I figured we would definitely see a couple of those probably, and it unfortunately was 100% true. There is no new leagues coming this year. In fact, people said, I think there's only a few new clubs. It's pretty much the exact same as last year in terms of leagues and clubs. I believe there's one more new rest of world club. I think it's Karabag or Karabag. I don't know how to pronounce it. I apologize, but I know that's coming in rest of world. Apart from that, there's not much else. I mean, there's not much for any new licenses if you're hoping for that. So I apologize if you are Brazilian or Greek or Mexican. Liga MX is still not in the game. So license-wise, it's pretty underwhelming for FC25. What do you guys think about that? Am I expecting the most when we have all of these? Like, let me look how many leagues we've got here. I mean, it's a crazy amount, obviously, but there's a lot of leagues we've had in the past that unfortunately we don't have still. And Brazilian leagues, not getting that for a decade is difficult. I know that the Brazilian like federations like notoriously difficult to negotiate with, I'm pretty sure. So maybe I can't even blame that on EA. I don't know the inner workings of that shit, but it does suck for us. Another year of no Brazilian league, which has so many players in it. Go back and look at FIFA 14 somehow if you can on like FUT Head or something, and look how many gold cards there were in FUT 14 in the Brazilian league. We can see something similar to that whenever they add it next, and obviously we've just not seen it. So unfortunate, but if you want to build FC25 squads right now, you can on easysbc.io. If you click on this, you can just build FC25 squads now. The whole database is here. If you want to type in somebody, you can. I'll type in, I actually won't type in anybody. You can just look up here. We got Kerr, Martinez, Messi, Leao, Griezmann, Pajor. There's just no way Pajor's her name. It's definitely Pajor. Diani, Chiesa, Swanson, Alvarez, right? But Swanson here, holy shit, Swanson's 87. It's here in-game stats and everything. Skill moves and weak foot. Only thing you cannot see over here on the right is play styles. They don't have those listed for any cards yet. But yeah, if you want to go and build some squads, build some starter squads, have some fun with that, you guys can. And there was this, 5-star players next year. We do have a few new ones. So we got the usual suspects. Every icon stays the exact same. I'm pretty sure Ginola, obviously 5-star, but Hansen now has 5-star skills and 5-star weak foot. Hansen's going to manage to be even better next year, and that card's insane. Mateos, Dabinia, Neymar, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, Cherky, and then we got one more new one, which is Reuter, I believe, from Leeds, or I think he transferred from Leeds, but the French player has 5-star now as well. And Sarawi, I don't think was 5-5. I could be wrong about that. And Cecilia was 5-star last year, just a gold card, now a silver. I would go for investment tips, low-key. I'd buy Cecilia almost immediately. We'll talk about investment tips very soon here when we get a little bit closer. Now we're still a week, I think 8 or 9 days away from the web app, so it's not really going to be that much of use to you, giving you a ton of advice now. But one of the things I will say to you guys immediately off rip, if you're here, is that evolutions next year is going to be one of the better ways to invest in cards, especially if they're broader and we get more of them. Last year we didn't really know what to expect with it. This year we do. They're taking away a lot of other investment methods that are very easy, because FUT Economist is well aware of all of our trading methods that were very easy in the past, because he did them with us, made YouTube videos about how to do them actually, and he joins EA, then takes them all away from us. Sudden coincidence, I know, not to blame the guy, but damn, it sure is a fucking crazy coincidence. Also, I saw this image and I just got war flashbacks, PTSD, World War I trenches, World War II, Blitzkrieg in the midfield. I mean, Jesus, Lord have mercy, if this ever came back. No, thank God Shapeshifters was not in the game this year, just because if I saw this card, I'd probably shit my pants. Delete FC24 off my console and my YouTube channel. And I thought this was another interesting tweet here. Rating inflation, a 99 rated card was something special back in the day. Amount of 99s is right here. Starting, you got FIFA 15, 1. It was Cristiano Ronaldo's Team of the Year card. FIFA 16, we had 2. 17, 3. We keep going. We had 4, 7, 11, 8, 7, 19, and 28 this year. This is one of the most viral tweets of the last couple days here. You know, 1.3 million views and stuff. People were mostly agreeing with this. I'd say probably 95% were agreeing with this take, where it's like, we need less of them. The problem with having less of these, of course, is that you're going to have more pay to win. I mean, you're just going to. 99 rated cards will have the best stats in the game. Problem is, of course, that creates a bigger gap then between the cards that are inaccessible and the cards that are accessible, because we all know there's going to be cards that are inaccessible. EA are doing a great job of that. We still had attackers this year up until really a couple weeks ago that were just completely inaccessible for the most part, that were 99 rated, but you still had 99 rated cards that were attackers that were at least somewhat accessible, like in SBCs or on the market, that were more accessible, still not crazy accessible, but at least more so. And if you have less 99s, you therefore will just have more of a gap between what you can afford and what you can't afford. So it's like, I agree, we should have things feel more special than they used to. I think they don't feel as special as they used to. A lot of things don't, like promos, etc. But this isn't necessarily something that I think we all want to go back to. Peter Lee says, Futties has become one big yawn, everyone rocking 98 rated squads. I mean, honestly, I don't think that's the problem with Futties. I don't think so at all. The problem with Futties isn't, oh my god, we actually need lower rated cards and we need more to grind for. It's no, we need more unique content. The content they made was all copy paste slop. Like, that was the actual problem, not, oh my god, we're getting too many good players. We need less squad building options. Like, that's not the problem. But don't get that fucked up, because if that comes out and then you see the opposite of that, what we had before in previous years, you're gonna be real upset when if we ever went back to that. The content, though, has been very lazy. So that is, I think, the problem, not the fact that we're getting more high-rated cards. And Lengo with a good point, too, is like, I would have liked it better if they made unlimited Evos for bad players during futties so that you can build low league teams yourself and have even more fun than play with the same 99 cards. And that's true. I mean, say you had an unlimited Evo that dropped, where it was like, say, for a week, you could Evo any player you wanted to, where it was 98 rated and it was like a plus, God knows what on all stats. And you could even have strict requirements towards it. Just make it so that it's unlimited and that we could Evo like 20 cards if we wanted to at least attempt to add more variety, right? So there's just different ways they could go about making the experience more enjoyable for us that they haven't done. I think that's why it's boring, rather than, oh my God, we have too many great cards now. Like, we don't want the inverse though. We don't want the other side of that. And if you watch daily, you've probably seen the screenshot by now, but I want to show you the top 10 ratings with new playstyle pluses, because many of the top rated cards, they actually gave them much better playstyle pluses, which I think is a nice change there. Of course, this could all change like next year comes and there's better playstyle pluses that we didn't even use this year at all, but it seems like a good change outside looking in. Rodri Tiki Taka plus now. Sam Kerr and Kane with both finesse shot plus. That's fantastic. The Sam Kerr had power header, right? I mean, that's just useless. Sophia Smith first touch plus. Lautaro Martinez is finesse shot plus. Rudiger as bruiser plus. Foden technical, and Ederson with long ball there. A couple other changes like Valverde. But I like seeing this a lot, and obviously we have those new icon playstyle pluses too, where it's like Cruyff has first touch, I think, and Socrates has incisive pass. Holland has aerial plus, spread Uranus. I mean, there's a lot of better changes than we had last year. And okay, let's read your comments. Creed had a very interesting point here, just saying that, like, I wanted you to stream from content to content. I think it'd be better because you won't probably play the game from launch. He's saying server issues will be really bad. I'd imagine you'll spend most of it in the menus instead of actual gameplay because there's gonna be a lot of traffic right away. And this is 100% true, to be honest with you. It probably would make more sense to do it content to content. I thought that's what I would do right away. It just the votes were, it's like 75-25 towards starting it right when the game releases. So I'm just gonna follow the people. Whatever they would like to see, I just am going to do. I still do think there's like pros to doing it right when it comes out, but it probably would make more sense to do it content to content. But it won by so much that I'm going to do it right when it comes out. A lot of sad folks out there that Alex Morgan retired. I was definitely one of them. One of the sentiments too with the last comment section was thank you for saying that, you know, who's fantasizing about ones to watch promos. They were terrible. It was dead. I don't blame people for doing that. A lot of people try to figure out, okay, why did I used to love FIFA and I don't love it as much anymore? Like, what is that? People can't really articulate why that is. So they'll look back, it's like, oh, ones to watch. I remember that was in the game I liked. I loved ones to watch. You didn't love ones to watch. You loved other shit. You didn't love ones to watch. But a lot of times people don't know why they're not interested in something anymore. They just feel uninterested in it. Okay, I have this feeling. Why? I don't really know. I'm trying to figure it out. And what do you think about this take? Is Saudi League at this point where the top Saudi League teams are better than some Premier League teams? Is that to an actual point yet? Or is this comment faded? I don't know. And definitely odd to have Romeu and Pacho as PCs. Listen, obviously not every piece of content is going to be for everybody. Just why those players over some other huge ones that have transferred this off season? I just said off season. I just showed how American I am over this transfer window. I mean, were people asking for Romeu and Pacho? I mean, I can't say I was myself, but maybe you were. Maybe you were looking forward to them, and I'm underestimating what people look forward to and what they don't. But I kept expecting the real futties to like kick into gear, and it kind of did. But with Evos and giving out more insane cards in the power curve, it didn't as much. We got like 2 Evos a week, and some of them were very similar to each other. I don't know. Maybe I'm being very nitpicky right now. You guys know I'm like that. Okay, I need to be checked sometimes. I'm going too overboard, I'm sure. But I'm just speaking my thoughts, and I want to try and hear what you guys have to say, and that's why I'm here. That's what I do. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you and love you so much. See you guys very soon.